and obviously welcome back to the gardening, guys. So as you can see, I'm in the greenhouse, just obviously sheltering out of the weather as it's really bad today. Obviously you can see I'm absolutely drowned. So yeah, it's not a good day at all, but I'm trying to keep as warm as I can. I've had a cup of tea in my well, if you can see it at the back, just try and, there you go, you can just, so there's the shed there with the windows, lovely. So yeah, I've just been having a cup of tea and having a bit of a plan on different bits and bobs. But my main goal of coming down here today was to actually plant up my succulent plants, which I bought from Poundland, and they've done really well, as you can see. They're absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So, yeah. I bought probably about 20, 30, something like that in a tray. And they're only tiny little plug, tiny little plug plants when I had them. And, yeah, and I've just potted them now into this tray. I'm going to also be taking one home for a friend of a friend. As they've requested to have one, because obviously succulents are quite, they're quite nice for, different ranges of, vase plants or shrub plants, things like that. They are normally an indoor plant. I'm not sure of the Latin name. All I know I know it by the name of money plants or lucky plants. The leaves that are on it, once they fall off or you accidentally snap one off, you can stick it back in the soil, in some sandy gritty soil, and it'll reroot. Very easy to propagate. And I've had many success with it before, with doing it in that method. You can also as well, so you see, if I can show you, can you see this branch here, which is connected to the main branch? If you cut it or pulled it from there, you could then replant all of that up to about there, from here to about there in the soil. And what would happen then is, from that stem, little white roots would then burst out of the stem, and that's when you know that you're ready to put it into some compost or wherever you really are realistically going to plant it. Some people like to do root cuttings in jars or pots of water, and then when they know that there's a good root formation on it, they then plant it into compost or wherever. And then there's others out there which just prefer to go straight in with the cutting into the soil or into a pot full of soil and take their chances that way. I've tried both in the past, and my way of doing it successfully is definitely by water. Others have done it in sand. I'm not too sure about sand. I'll have to Google that. But anyway, so yeah, some people have done it by sand, and some have just put it into a pot of compost, and then others have, like I've said, they've rerouted cuttings into water. So that's just a bit about that. Yeah, it's not looking good, guys. We might have this for a while to come, yes. as you can see. Absolutely waterlogged. Nothing we can do in this. As you can see, the weeds are all starting to come back, but there's nothing that will ever get in the way or won't be able to be dealt with when you've got a petrol strimmer or a battery strimmer, or even if you want to just good old-fashioned fork or spade in the ground and, you know, dig them out and, you know, do it that way. But obviously I just use an old bucket, and, you know, I've got a spade and a fork, so I just take them out when I can, shake them off. I normally tend to dry the weeds out before trying to compost or whatnot, because the reason being is we have a lot of horsetail and convolvulus on this site, and convolvulus and horsetail you do not by any means necessary compost. It's just a no-no. It's absolute no-no. It's an invasive, very bad weed. I like to call it a gardener's pest. Whereas, I don't know, a lot of people have their own little ways of dealing with it, but it absolutely does me head in. But unfortunately, there's no way of realistically getting rid of it. There's nothing that's out there on the market still to this day that will actually kill it 110%. So I, like many other gardeners, just try and pull it out or hoe it off so I cannot see it at all. And then it's what they say is out of sight, out of mind. So that's what you've realistically got to do. Sunflowers, absolutely fantastic. Some of them have got side heads on now, as you can see. This one is a new one, and then you've got little side heads which are here. Bigger ones which are all the way down, are coming to the end. But this year, first ever time growing sunflowers, and absolutely fantastic. Couldn't have done better if I tried. Parsnips, and there you are. Parsnips right here. So parsnips are here, carrots are there, and the parsnips are not exactly ready yet. Reason being, they have to require a frost to make the roots, which is the parsnip, a lot more suppler. It also sweetens them up. I don't really know anybody off the top of my head that's ate them before a frost, but I do know that, obviously from doing my research, that the frost does improve the taste. Otherwise, it's, well, from what I know, it's basically like eating a block of wood, and I wouldn't recommend that on my dinner plate. Never really wanted to, but anyway. So yeah, carrots. I've been eating the carrots, as you can see. So I'm making sure that I eat them first, and yeah, not a bad little bumper crop of carrots this year. Absolutely, you know, really pleased with that. I've planted some more. I don't know if you can see, but there's tiny little carrots coming up in the lines. It's literally just there in that line. But I will also try and put that as well when it's a bit more drier. There's lots of rain, and unfortunately so is the weeds. So I'm absolutely dreading when I come down on a dry day again. Lots more weeding. Anyway, moving forward. Runner beans. Absolute brilliant. You can see that the flowers are now starting to form on the runner beans. And these are not normal runner beans. These are American runner beans. I don't actually know the proper correct name. All I know is that I had them from somebody off another allotment, and he bought the seeds actually from America. So they're not originated from the UK. But they do grow here. So fantastic. I've been growing these now for 4 years, and they've never failed. And what I do is I eat as much as I can off them, and then the remaining seed pods, I let them dry out throughout the autumn, crack the seed pods open, continue to further on dry the runner bean seeds out. I then keep them in a cool, frost-free place over the winter, all the way up until, I would say, at least next May from now, and then replant them again. And you do not ever need to go out and buy seeds. You can salvage them off your own plants, dry them out and regrow them again and again and again. I do exactly the same with the broad beans. Just dry the pods out, crack them open, continue to dry the beans themselves out, and then replant them again the following year. It is so easy. And there is lots of flowers as well, nasturtiums, marigolds. There's loads of different things, even with flowers as well, that you can also take the seed pods and dry them out and re-harvest the seeds. You don't necessarily have to keep going out and spending loads of money every year on seeds. If you know how to do it, then it's so easy. And if I can, I will try and also pull that off the internet if I can find it, which I will try my hardest for you, and I will link that in the comments below so that you can all have a butcher's at looking at how you can dry your own seeds out and what different plants can go, dry them out, etc. Dahlias, absolutely fantastic. They've really took a hold, so brilliant. So I'm trying to hurry up because this weather's getting really bad again. Rhubarb, literally the size of my compost bin. So definitely going to need eating soon. I've never actually seen it that big before. It's wow. I mean, when I planted it, it was only a small plant and absolutely fantastic. It might be because of all the water. I don't know. Anyway, pumpkins, and then courgettes, yellow courgettes. As you can see, we have pumpkins, and there is a baby pumpkin right there. And yeah, there's a few pumpkins. There's a pumpkin just right there of that one, and another pumpkin which is right there, like that. Okay, and another pumpkin which is literally right here, like that. So yes, so definitely getting somewhere. So I'm fingers crossed, hopefully we can get something off them. So, well, not because I'm hoping, but it's just a trial and error, basically, on, when you plant things, when you don't plant things, because there's always going to be a particular time of year, etc., when you're not going to be able to plant things, or you're basically coming up to the time where you're running out of time. So there's always different crops to plant, pretty much all the time. So if you're wondering all what I'm doing, I am just checking to see if there's no more pumpkins, etc., on the plants, because I would like a nice load of pumpkins if I can. But I've only counted 4 pumpkins off each at the moment, so I'm hoping we'll get some more little ones by the time I come back. If not, oh well, never mind. At least we've got what we've got. Anyway, so that's a little bit about today. There's not much going on inside the other 2 polytunnels. It's all in a right mess, and I've really got to clean it. Really got to clean it. But obviously the weather at the moment it's very unpredictable. it's rain, and then when you think you can get down the allotments because there's a bit of a sun, and you think, good, I can make a break for the house, it pours down the rain again and ruins the whole lot. So we've been told by the forecast that this is going to be in for at least the next week. I'm so hoping that it's not, but normally with the weather in the UK, they're not far wrong when it comes to bad weather. Yeah, I know. Anyway, so guys, that's just a bit about for today. I've got to say thank you very much for tuning in again. I'm going to probably go home now and get changed out of my wet clothes and get sorted out and probably have a warm cup of tea, as they say. But thank you thank you ever so much again for tuning in. Obviously, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And obviously, if you've got any comments or anything you'd like to ask me, don't forget to put them in the channel and the link down below. And from the gardening guys, we shall see you very soon. Take care and keep gardening. Ta-da.
They call me a god.